The Saw movies are honestly just never gonna end. I wouldn't be surprised if Saw Goes to Space comes next. And I think that the most important factor in the success of this movie is that the man, legend himself, Jigsaw. In this video, I will share my top 3 favorite movies from the Saw series, and is Saw X included in that list?
The cancer is still spreading. I'm afraid there's nothing else we can do. There is one person who might be able to help.
Our program is a 2-pronged treatment outside Mexico City. The results have been stunning.
What's the story? In Saw X, Jigsaw has been diagnosed with brain cancer, and the prognosis isn't good. After some time, he runs into Henry, whom he remembers from a cancer support group. Henry tried a radical new cure and has been in remission for months. So Jigsaw contacts Cecilia Peterson, whose father invented the new cure, a combination of a drug cocktail and surgery. After his treatment, Jigsaw starts to feel better. But when he tries to bring a thank you present to his helpers, he makes a shocking discovery. It was all a scam. With help from his loyal apprentice, Amanda, Jigsaw assembles several new traps and a sinister new plan to make the fraudsters see the error of their ways.
And what interests me about him is that he is interested in many things.
The characters? 1. Jigsaw. The man, legend himself, Tobin Bell as John Kramer, gives his best performance in this entire franchise. My favorite performance may be from the entire franchise. He embodies everything you want in an evil villain, but there is a purpose behind his actions in this film. Although you may not agree with what he is doing, there is a reason to help understand his anger and motivations. The first act of the film is incredibly compelling, evoking a sense of hope and emotional attachment to John Kramer. It reminds me of the feeling I felt while watching Joker, as the film gives us a reason to empathize with a villainous character. They play with your feelings at the beginning of this movie, so you agree with the wrong behavior and actions of Jigsaw character. 2. Amanda. Shawnee Smith's portrayal of Amanda in this movie pleasantly surprised me. I have always been a fan of the Amanda character, and her addition to the film added a significant amount. The movie focuses on the dynamic between Amanda and Jigsaw, as he prepares her to potentially take over his role in the future. While the mentorship aspect is compelling, Amanda also brought a lot of enjoyable comedic moments to the film. I wanted to share my story with you. I started my channel in early 2023 because I love talking about and reviewing movies and series. YouTube seemed like the perfect platform for me to express myself, as there are people who share my interest in reviewing movies. However, I have been feeling discouraged because I haven't received enough support. I have made the decision that if I don't reach 1,000 subscribers within a month, I will stop uploading videos. I have until the end of October to reach this goal, so please help me continue on this journey. The best 3 Saw movies for me. 3. Original Saw in 2004. The original film is impressive because James Dwan and Lionel were able to create it with a budget of less than $1 million. It showcases their raw talent at a young age. The film revolves around 2 people in a room, but also incorporates a complex mythology surrounding the killer with a unique code. The script introduces new ideas about traps and games that are clever and not cliché. This mythology creates an interesting world that makes the audience want to learn more about Jigsaw and everything happening in the film. The movie builds up to a great final twist, making it one of the best endings in the horror genre. 2. Saw X. In the pros and cons section, we will further discuss why it is the second highest rated movie in the Saw series. 1. Saw 2.
He wants us to cut through our feet.
He helped me.
I watched the second movie and for me, improved upon everything that was great about the first one. It was able to build upon the original without being limited by a tight budget. As a result, it tells a larger story that flows seamlessly and doesn't have to compromise to fit within budget constraints. This makes it a more unified and powerful film overall. Is it any weak? I think the trap plot tends to slow down occasionally when it comes to the balance between actual traps happening. I understand that this is done for the sake of the story and to create emotional moments, and I know it's impossible to satisfy everyone's preferences. I do appreciate the elements, but there are moments when it drags a bit. I feel that certain scenes could have been edited more efficiently, including the ADR work, some acting moments, and the use of 35mm camera could have been improved in some instances. I think that the most beautiful part when watching a movie is discussing the Saw X topic with other people. So tell me what you think about what you like about the movie and what you hate about the movie, and how much you give the film out of 10. I will tell you in my rate at the end of the video. Is it any good? 1. The traps. I enjoyed watching the Saw movies. The thing I love most about this series is the violence depicted in them, especially when it comes to medical items like bones, fingers, and heads. This movie had some traps that were considered spoiling, so I wouldn't discuss them, but they added to the overall appeal of fans. These traps add a lot of enthusiasm and psychological horror to the story. The Mexican setting of the games added an enjoyable flavor, making it feel slightly different from previous Saw movies. These traps, being John Kramer's Jigsaw traps, offer a unique aspect to the franchise. Unlike later movies where traps became unwinnable and victims were forced to die, these Saw traps give the victims a chance to live if they play by the rules. This is what has always made Saw fun, as the people in the traps feel deserving of their punishment. In other Saw movies, innocent people or minor mistakes led to horrific pain, which made the franchise feel more cruel and unpleasant rather than enjoyable. Unlike some of Saw's previous films, there were great traps, but the story was weak. This film would have had a compelling story and introduced new factors that made it more interesting. 2. The sense of humor. Another aspect that I really enjoyed about this movie is the presence of a sharp sense of humor. It is a kind of dark humor, sometimes even unintentional, as it is subtly portrayed. Throughout the film, there are many instances where characters like John Kramer or Amanda say something that elicits a huge laugh from the audience. They deliver their lines with a serious tone, but because of the knowledge and context from the other films, the audience perceives it as darkly humorous. What is my rate? I believe this film revealed the final aspects of the Saw series with impressive traps and unforgettable characters. So my rating for the movie is 9 out of 10. Do not forget to tell me your rating out of 10. And also do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Peace.